My name is Awelani Moyo, and this is my introduction to African theatre. I grew up in Zimbabwe, but it wasn't until my family moved to South Africa and I went to high school in South Africa that I discovered drama as a subject. Later on, when I went to the UK to study, I kept being asked this question, tell us about African theatre. And it was then that I really started to think about this question of what is African theatre and how could I describe it? When we talk about African theatre, it's important to remember that we're talking about a huge continent rather than a country. Of course, there's a fantastic contemporary theatre scene happening across the African continent, and it's really exciting for students to begin to discover that. But I find that I want to introduce students to really learning to see performance in a different way that they may not be accustomed to. So for me, learning about the past and learning about indigenous forms is a great way of being able to understand how and why contemporary theatre practice in Africa is the way it is. I'm a researcher, and so I'm somebody who likes to really dig deep and find the hidden story behind a particular type of performance. And I do this so that when I'm teaching students, we're not just learning a couple of moves in an isolated setting because it seems exotic and different, but we're actually starting to understand the whole context, the cultural context, and the meaning of those particular movements so that the learning becomes a layered and deep and enriched experience. And in that way, we're also starting to see performance not as something distant that happens in a room over there in a closed space, but performance is part of everyday life. And that's really exciting. So my approach is pretty multifaceted and covers a range of different practices. So I try and incorporate lots of different experiences using music, using dance, using narrative, storytelling, spoken word, to really try and engage students on multiple levels. And what I love about it is it's not just something that is for theatre students or for drama students. You know, you're getting a lot more out of a workshop. And it's confidence building, it's ensemble building, group cohesion, it's cultural and social awareness, you're getting history, you're getting geography, you're getting music. For me, I see it as, you know, a whole multifaceted experience. I love working on cross-curricular projects, so whether it's about kind of learning about the African continent in general, whether it's about learning about a different new world theatre tradition, or whether it's about, you know, broader themes like Black history, themes like using performance in protest, you know, the relationship between protest and performance. I've enjoyed using all kinds of different forms of storytelling, you know, because we have storytelling in music, we have storytelling in dance when you dance a particular type of dance and it has a history and it has a story behind it. For me, one of the best things and the most exciting things about African theatre is that sense of togetherness that really unifies people from all walks of life. And so my approach is to say it doesn't matter if you don't feel that you're a particularly good dancer or a particularly good singer. There is always space for people to excel in those things, but what I want to do in my workshops is to create a space for everybody to participate. There are so many possibilities, there are so many avenues to go down.